Game number 3 on its way for our bi-weekly 3 solos. Day number 1, OUG's Mike already getting aggressed on by JL's AS. JL's AS has no armor. It does manage to find a common armor now. OUG's Mike with blue armor, trying to charge up the scare rush. Both players with staff as well. Big jump parry there from OUG's Mike. Cancels it, tries to read the F, but AS is not let that F loose there. Gonna go ahead and just save it, and AS drops very low. Jump LMB times 2. R&B focus there for AS. Clint comes in, and the jump LMB lunge there from OUG's Mike for a quick cleanup off drop.
Now, Mike with that follow-up poke damage is relentless, knowing he has a combo breakup, and the same thing with Verse, relentless with that poke damage. Jumping LMB, able to clean up CDY off spawn on the zipping. Super strong off spawn. That heal just doing a ton of work now. JJH Star new to the league. Can he find his footing finally? Now, unfortunately for him, he has one of the strongest players on earth. 225 coming in with a grapple bow shot. LMB's gonna be released by Star, but the 1 2 3 jump kick from 225. Super. I was surprised. Super creative. Just gave it a Nova. Big kick to the forehead, and the follow-up after the F. Unfortunately for Star, he's still gonna have to find his footing now. Railgun jumping in out of nowhere, gonna send that 1 charge, but 225 matching him with that 1 charge energy, and again we're sending that 1 2 3. Let's go, baby. But Railgun coming back with that fade back, double charge to the face. 225 with the 0.8 lights, looking for that parry, not gonna able to get a nice F coming out from Railgun, but the B3 gonna be coming out. Can Railgun stop 225 from getting into the turn form? He cannot. Railgun looking for the chip, he's not able to do a sliver of health onto 225. He's gonna get that white heal off. Now he's going in for the offenses with that poke damage with the LMB building up those charge shots, but Railgun finding a sliver of cover, hiding behind here, denying a lot of this poke damage, but Railgun getting poked away a little bit, able to max out his health, able to get away from the splash damage now. 225, what can he show us coming out of this? 11 grapples, white armor, has a combo break, gonna send the 1 charge. No surprises here. You remember he has a 1 2 3 Jade. Nice Hong Sword dodge into the release focus. That's half charge 2, able to deny 225. The double charge parry coming out. Tricky from 225, catching Railgun now. 0.9 coming out into the double hold release. Railgun popped. No ultimate to his name. Gonna get the uppercut combo, and 225 no combo break, getting taken for a ride. Railgun is gonna take down the number 2 player in the world. 225 sent packing, looking to find another respawn.
Rano gets Fong in the corner with Storm Shroud as well. Fong could barely move there. Does manage to get a frame out, and Fong now getting aggressed on by Arano. Overholding. That was a gold weapon just dropped there, and the follow-up R&B focus there from the halberds from Arano into the Tessa ultimate as well. Our first Tessa of the day. B2 for AS into the interaction there to not get enchanted, and Arano now with a nice swap there from the halberds into the katana. The 1.0 follow-up there from the katana. Tries to catch the prior, does not manage to do so. AS invests his dodge. He does not get that though. That's a big parry there from AS onto Arano, and Arano drops very low, but then he swaps on over to a dagger and gets the final hits there onto AS, and AS is gonna fall. And there's 2 eliminations there from Arano as well as OUG's Mike. He's been putting us some damage. Lurking, we have not seen anything from OUG's Mike, but he already has 2 eliminations. Gold halberds in that puzzle. Blessing there for Fong, I believe, if he did pick it up. But he did pick it up, but he is going to still be moving around with that common fan in hand, and it's not a surprise to anybody at this point that Fong will always have a fan / dagger in the inventory regardless of the rarity. Arano though wants to get aggressive onto Fong. Fong moves on over to Plume Castle. OUG's Mike is already posted up the bottom side of Plume Castle. I believe that's Frosted is on the top hand side of the statue. There it is. Arano now trying to get aggressive onto Fong. Fong trying to make a run for it. Does manage to scare rush out, and Arano a little bit of poke damage here. Tries to cut him off here, and he does manage to see Mike this time around. Fong still creating the space. S Railgun, GG Shaw, JJH Star this time around in the snow area. S Railgun drops very low off that blue armor. GG Shaw trying to lay down some pressure off the bow. Star as well, still hard grappling towards S Railgun. S Railgun go ahead and just hard grapple out of this location. T225 in the mix as well. I see him in the mini map starting to move on in. GG Shaw Still, and also has that assassin's lunge there for that dagger. Catches the LMB focus there onto JJ Star, and now JJ Star drops very low. Needs to be real careful here, and this might be his life here for game number 3. If he gets called out, he's gonna invest in Justina ultimate to try to create the space. We got T225 and GG Shaw still applying the pressure. That's Railgun as well. The mix. JJH needs to be real careful. Does not have ult anymore. He's going to try to use the movement here from the Ballista Tower to stay up. Has jabbing as well for the blue staff. We have to wait and see if he does manage to stay alive off of this. First, Roman Yang already forming up for these players. And JJH Star looks like he is going to be able to cut some noise. Going to get a quick reset. S Railgun does spot him, but does not get any damage in right now. Scale Rush is out. JJ Star is going to stun himself there with the iceberg and a massive R&B focus there from S Railgun onto JJ Star. And that's not a way you want to get out into the follow-up R&B. And Star getting eliminated like that for game number 3 is not what you want to see here, Raven.
Welcome to Pro League. We take those. Icicle is gonna find a kill onto Star. Those Pro Leagues Icicles are no joke. Shaw, this tower is just littered with them. This whole snow area, there's icicles on these cliffs, on the actual platforms you see, the tree houses. It's very easy to get hit by that. And even though he had jabbing, that double jump out of F, a little bit suspicious with 2 staffs holding R&B. That vertical was definitely covered right there. Maybe he get a tap dodge back, but Star, maybe the nerves are getting into him. Maybe the moment is getting ahead of him. We're still only at the halfway point, though. It is game 3, so Star can still bring it back. A lot of these players on Holoroth playing very defensive characters. It's not... it's a little bit slower, so there is a lot of time to warm up. Now we're going to get OUG's Mike, one of my favorites to watch on the Feria versus Arano. These two have been at each other's necks for the past 2 weeks. Arano trying to let the OG know that his title is on the line. Now Mike, a little bit of a different open here, a little bit of scale rushing off the pillar, but we're still trying and true on the ground, releasing a 1 charge. Arano with the light attack, able to get back-to-back staggers on Mike, forcing Mike to use the V3. Nice little 3-piece going on to Arano, stripping a little bit of that armor, forced with the gold F. Now Mike with the overhold threat. Arano double cancel, scale rush. Ooh! Tricky dagger scare rush into ultimate. Gonna get the confirm. Mike now able to use his ultimate shift in order to iframe that B1 Tesla ultimate. Now Mike taking the reset right now. Arano on the fat pillar. Remember, tall pillar, 2 skinny, fat pillar, short one, nice and thick. You can hide behind it. Mike with the jump parry off of the pillar, and now Arano shook, noticeably shook, backing off, looking for a jumping LMB, but Mike still right there, able to catch him out. Nice half charge coming out from Arano into the ult confirm. Nice cross into the 1, 2, 3-piece, and now Mike under pressure, charmed, and Arano is going to steal it away with that clean R&B, bonking Mike out, and it looks like our boy Frostibus is going to time out with Verse, unfortunately, creatives.
Yeah, super unfortunate. Both players are going to have that Yang depletion timer on their back. Arano coming up victorious there in that realm against OUG's Mike. It's a massive win off that Roman Yang. Gets a gold katana off of this. We have Verse, Mike, and Frostivus all with Yang depletion timer on their bag. OUG's Mike already spots an opponent right here. It's going to be KLA's T225. And makes that's purple staff against purple nunchucks there for T225. OUG's Mike still might have a backup plan. Might have a bloom stash. He did get 2 eliminations off drop. So looks like he is going to be playing around this maybe. Is going to probably go to a stash soul bloom he had. It's just a matter of time that we find out. But for right now, yeah, there it is. I see the red glow there from the soul bloom. Does not cleanse. Does not cleanse off of that. Soul bloom was still in our screens, but just have to wait and see what happens. Go ahead and probably buy out some tears off this buy station here. I don't know. Oh, he had another one. He had 2. He's gonna save that. It's in the zone, so that's his double backup plan there. Gonna save that. It's good plays there from OUG's Mike. Got still a massive scrap off from Bloom Castle. Juchi's gonna be forced to pop his ultimate. Massive test and enchantment there from Arano. Gets elimination onto Juchi, and T225 as well gets hit by a massive pair there from Arano. But the store shot greets him there. Does not get the final damage output, and Arano now getting hit by cannon shots flying in from every direction here in Bloom Castle. Panaman's as well in the mix. Fong, KLA's T225, and Jetty G's Burst. all in this one area, and T225 has his eyes onto Arano. T225 as well has that Vermilion's Bird's Might buff, so he can get as aggressive as he likes. He will stay inside this game. Number 3, massive air gust into area LMB to a massive musket shot there from T225, and Burst and T225 both fighting for that soul bloom. Fong as well, massive parry there for Fong, and it's a 3-way 4-way scrap off. Massive R&B focus there into a follow-up hit there from Burst to take out T225, and Srailgun picks an elimination onto Frostivus as well in the kill feed, and now the players are going to start backing up for the time being. The elimination has been concluded. 3 eliminations for T225, 4 for Arano, 2 for Verse Mike and CDY, and that's Srailgun with 3 eliminations on the board for a game number 3. And what a showing there it was for these players in Plume Castle. And we see this, these players love to get active in this area. We've seen it bi-weekly 2, bi-weekly 1. Plume Castle is the place to be. We have a quick replay here for T225 against Srailgun and Roma Yang. Pistol shots here for T225 against Srailgun. Jabbing connects there. Jumps it, avoids it. Area R&B follow-up. 1-2 off the Nunnies. V3 gets to the uppercut. Area LMB. Area R&B as well for T225. Catches the pry off the R&B. Pistol shot. Massive pair there for T225. Onto Srailgun to the area LMB. Procs that Supreme Ultimate very quickly. Cancels it. Catches the grapple stagger to the 1-2 on the ground. Tech chases the not connect, but the uppercut does. And T225 there with massive elimination in the realm of Yang there showing up for himself.
Yeah, KLA's T225 showing us exactly how Faria should be played. Constant pressure, taking those risks, knowing that he's a gold combo break, and the V3 with the free pressure coming from the top. If you're holding blue versus T225, that Goomba Stomp on that V3 is coming down, and he's continuing the pressure. Most people think of Faria as this very, very defensive character where you need to do work outside or inside the mech, but there's so much you can do with the added pressure of landing that V3 and getting the follow-up, and T225 does a wonderful job doing that. I want to go back to that Plume Castle fight where we saw T225 slow down Arano's roll, slow down his momentum with that big musket shot, and then immediately the Zipping Swarm comes out of nowhere and just completely fries T225. Just instant dead, just non-stop focus attacks. Now going into the second Yang, 7 people alive. People are a little bit antsy now. It's Holoroth. We played this twice. We're ready to get the Morris, play a little bit different of a character pool. But first, we got to end this out. Looks like everyone is posting up to go to Yang with the exception of, I believe, I think it was AS. But we're going to see who gets in right now. Mike versus Super Railgun. Now, Super Railgun had a really big year last year, wasn't able to get the J Cup, but still had some moments where he was showing his potential. Now, what better way than playing against the #1 player in the world? What's Super Rail going to be look like coming back into the league? He's going to open up with the jumping LMB. He's going to take a big fry, following up with the Neff, looks for a trap again, a jumping LMB into a tap dodge, double tap dodge. He reveals his hand. We got a jabbing on deck, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming in hot with the overholds. He switches to an R&B. He's going to be able to cancel, find the uppercut, forcing out the combo break from Mike, able to get the follow-up into the 1-2, doesn't get the 3, waits for it, dodges the V3. Very, very good stuff from Super Railgun, making sure that he is not going to take a free kill shot from that V3 Goomba shot. The crouching LB is soft true, so Mike would have been able to punish for him if he overextended the rail. Great presence by Super Railgun. Now second phase coming in. Mike, unfortunately, finding that LMB, taking Super Railgun for a ride. F is going to be invested. Nice. Able to avoid the wake-up coverage. Gets a double hold, forcing out the combo break. Goes for the one charge parry. Able to tap dodge out, but Mike's ready for it. Chase it with a hold dodge, looking for a scale rush. 8 seconds left. Can Mike find the kill? Can Super Railgun make his name known? The jabbing is going to come out. Ultimate's gonna come back online, but Mike with the deep fry, breading up Super Railgun and taking a bite out of him with those RMBs. He's gonna take it down. I thought that was going to a tie, creators. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. I thought the timer was gonna come into play. That was a nice delayed wake up there from Srailgun. Super unfortunate for him. He does not manage to stay up. It's going to have that Yang depletion timer on his back. Has 3 eliminations currently for game number 3. He did with Gio Arano. Like he went inside the zone. Try to pick up some resources inside the zone. That's Railgun now. Let's see what his plan is going to be moving into this situation he's in with this 3-minute and 50-second timer on his back. Does manage to get bountied by Panda Man CDY. Let's have a Bloom stash, and this is going to be a very big difference moving into whenever they play on the new patch for the game, where a lot of these players have that backup plan going into that realm, and you know, going into that new patch, it's going to be all inside the realm. It's going to be a lot more risky to take it with not having anything as a backup plan for Soul Bloom to stay alive in these games. So that's going to be a big key factor that these players are going to have to play around. And it's going to be very interested to see how these players, or which players, take the realm for the first and second, opposed to playing it a lot more safer and make sure they, you know, don't fall and, you know, stay inside the game and not get eliminated by Yang depletion timer, because that's not a way to go out. And, you know, it's going to be very interesting to see when that happens, whenever these players play on the new patch. Esragun might get aggressed here by Arano. Arano, if he spots him, might be trying to get aggressive onto Esragun. Has 2 minutes and 27 here for Arano. Needs to try to find something for himself. The only player that has not cleansed yet currently here for the second round. Does spot a player. He hears him as well with a purple Hong Sword in hand on the Tessa. Esraga now getting caught up here by Arano. Scare Rush does not connect off of this. LMB Focus connects there for Esraga onto Arano. Does get a little bit of damage onto him. Counter grapple does not connect as well. Area LMB does get some damage in. Overholding does not let it lose. F caught in for Arano to stay safe. The follow-up LMB Focus as well. Esraga is going to be forced to pop this Zaping ultimate. Overholding. Tessa ultimate misses there for Arano. And Esraga now playing the mind games off that holding blue to the 2.0 and not letting them lose. Arano with 1 minute and 45 seconds remaining to try to see if he can stay inside this game. Ult 2 about to come up for himself as well. There it is. Panda Man, full Hong Sword on the Xiaoyou. Ready to third party if he hears anything. Arano now has a couple players in the mix. CDY, Juchi, and Esragun. Oh, Juchi's gone. Just his name is on the mini map. But does have to be aware of that third party. The bounty does go away. Arano now with 1 minute 15. Time is ticking. Esragun still getting aggressed on by Arano. Does manage to catch him once again. Still trying to see if he can get some damage out. Fong dropping very low on the backside there near the stairway towards Puzzle. Arano trying to get as much done here. He does not look like he's going to be able to get something done. Esragun doing a really good job staying mobile. LB Proud. No, not yet. There it is. Stormshard does not give him that to him completely. RB, jump LMB, jump LMB. LMB focus there for Esragun on the dagger. And Arano still not being able to catch anything. It's going to be super unfortunate going out to Yang depletion, and 35 seconds remain, and looks like nothing is going his way. Pistol shots flying in from above, and he's just trying to get aggressive onto whoever is in his way. And it's just a matter of time. Mike trying to probably catch the last hit. Fong now showing up. Big Tessa ultimate there onto Fong. Not managed to get anything so far. Players are just playing and toying with him. 15 seconds left. R&B 2.0 there for the Hong Sword. Got Burst now showing up to the party. Pistol shots connecting from from another side, I believe. That's big damage there from Burst, and Burst might get this elimination here. He gets the last and final hit. Arano very low. It's gonna be Fong with the kill still here, I believe. It is. Yes, it is gonna go towards Fong, and Fong with perfect third party as always, having that textbook third party on deck, and that is going to be his first elimination of game number 3 as well. And now JDG's Burst trying to make a run for it. T225 Fong might be all aggressive verse here. It looks like T225 is gonna change the attention onto Fong. Knows he was trying to get back to full health. Looks like Fong's gonna be forced to pop that Zaping ultimate as well, trying to scale rush out, and now the pressure is onto Fong. Looks like it has stopped for the time being. T225 now swapping his attention onto Mike there with some cannon shots, and this is gonna be a scrap off, just waiting to unfold here. Top 6 remain in game number 3. Raven, who do you give this game to here going into this game, to this last and final circle?
We're gonna have to go with one of the pairs. I'm gonna go with Mike on the fair. It's one of his comfort picks. But first, CDY on a Xiaoyou again. I believe this might have been a double tick. I remember him running the Xiaoyou a little bit early, but he's gonna get the uppercut off of the scale rush. Arano eating a 2-piece, but using his combo to get out of here. Nice LMB cancel into the ultimate. Tricky tap dodge into hold dodge, trying to max range to CDY. Gonna eat a double charge. Has the proc though. First shield down, 2 more charges to his name. Able to pop the F2. Get some nice damage onto Arano. Raw uppercut after the F2, after the hold. Very weird. But Arano taking a ton of damage. It seems to be working onto him. Nice jump parry coming out from CDY with the sap as well. Arano unfortunately getting to see the ace card hit him with the sleeve, and well-timed F2 right at the end right there. Panda Man holding on to it, threatening it, and when you least expected, when your cooldown is down, we got that nuke coming out. That's the tricky thing about the F2 creatives, is that if you feel like your opponent has a gold F and he's going to do super well, he has to react to it super fast, where he presses F as soon as possible. But if he does that, you have a mix-up that you can go for where you press F and you cancel and wait for my man to press it really early, and you get the follow-up. Now, the good thing for Tessa, and we saw Arano do super well on this test, but my man is just cooking with it, is that follow-up with the wisp ends up being another little deterrent where it staggers you for a second. Now, I've seen people instant LMB and catch people lacking, but super railgun on the zipping, and we're not seeing that super stack endgame where we had 10 players right now. A lot of the weaker players have been targeted out and bullied out, and we're seeing again the Farias versus Zippings. We got 225 and Mike trying to keep each other alive. Technically, CDY is an oddball out as well, but 225 and Mike know the deal. If we look like each other, we are now teammates, because we will not be able to run once the Zipping Sworn descends upon us. And Fong with the dual Halbies 4 and 8, they're going to be able to lay siege to these Farias until they're finally good to go. And you're seeing JDG's verse. Look at him. He's getting hit by Moonbane, and his Zipping brothers are covering him. They're just watching him, just like, yeah, it's all good. We're just waiting for this Faria scum. We want to give them the business. We want to give them a tune-up. Let them know. And JDG's verse TE's Railgun. Who's the last Zipping here?
Fong.
And Fong. DRG's Fong on the Zipping. Now, everyone's points pretty decent. We're at game 3. I believe qualing was what? 45-ish, 50-ish last time. So even if you don't know this, chat, and you're just watching into the Pro League, this is Group A and B. There's a Group C, and they're always going to be playing 2 different days. Now, this is game 1. So you're trying to just get to that nice halfway point. You're still going to have 6 more games. You're going to be able to get some rest, get that fresh start. But for now, we're at the halfway point of today with the 3 rounds. We got the GOAT, Mike, the winner of the J Cup, the winner of this previously bi-weekly and widely considered the best player in Naraka, showing us how it's done on his Faria. This is the character he used to win this weekly finals on game 8 when everything was on the line. Now he is one of his rivals, his oppositions. Fong on the Zipping, looking to open Mike up. Mike wisely releasing a great focus attack. Now Burst coming in with the backstab, and Mike is forced to go into mech, but DRG's Fong in a last hit point situation to take to the sky. Will Mike notice it? Able to use that gold F by pressing his ult in order to dodge Mike's cannon shot, and now Fong retreating to the hills, hoping that no one remembers that he used his ultimate. Unfortunately for Zippings, we can see that above your head. 225 going on to CDY. Where do you think Panda Man is going to end up in this end games, creative? What we're talking about?
I'll probably give him like 4th. He's getting aggressed on right now. 225 does manage to get inside the mech, so that pressure is going to come out of him now. He is not going to get a lot of pressure now. Burst is going to back up. I can't believe Fong got out of that, though. There's no pressure on the Zipping being forced out there. Even with the ult being popped mid-air, no pressure onto Fong. They just decided to start fighting each other, and Fong is back right in this race. He's still applying the pressure onto OUG's Mike, and I'm pretty sure he knows this is Mike. He's been complete focusing this Faria here. Big Faria from SRL going on to Mike, and that's big damage as well. And Mike can be able to get out, I believe. Burst still has his eyes on him, and the follow-up LMB there from the Hong Sword does get the damage onto Mike, and Fong now, I believe, does get the Soul Bloom. Burst is going to go ahead and take a full reset. Panda Man still in this mix. Has our Aura Burst. Potential top 3. Panda Man. Potential top 3. I mean, there's only top 4 right now. So let me give a better guess. 3, 4. I don't think the pings are going to turn to each other. He drops very low. He's going to go just count his blessings in the zone. And Fong with a massive bow shot, I believe, does connect it for elimination. Now, it's Railgun. Fong, we're getting active on the top side of this the cliff here. JDG's burst back in it as well. It's Railgun with that gold staff in hand. Also has Cavalry Bloom there for the dual blade. It's going to use this to create a lot of this space, or to maintain a lot of this space here in this end circle. Fong as well, just landing those R&B focuses loose. And I am baffled that Fong did not get aggressed on. I am so baffled that he just manages to get out with no pressure, being super low. But Verse now trying to get active against Railgun. Top 3 situation. JDG's Burst with 3, DRG's Fong with 3, and TES Railgun with 3 as well. The 3-way tie for the eliminations here. Might, I believe, dies in top 5. So 3 eliminations there for Might. It's pretty much a even race across the board here. Now that there's 3 opinions left, who do you give this to here? Raven, Verse, Fong, or Railgun?
Railgun on paper has the gold armor, but Fong's been here before. Verse has found some ways to sneak some kills up, and he is in 2nd place. So my heart wants to say Fong, but Verse has been doing really, really well. So can he show up and show us exactly how to play this heal-off situation? He's in the tree right now, dodging away from this engagement, but Railgun able to get a focus attack, and now Verse coming in, hitting the weakness, which is Fong. But Fong, no stop to this. Make sure to not take any white heals. Gonna take it to the sky. Triple zipping going in. Who has health gauge? Looks like Railgun's gonna take this guy too. Nice grapple cancels over and over. The name of the game is they want to stay away from the zone from as long as possible until they take actual zone damage. Fong with the deep rise, 2 double holds onto Verse. Now Verse with a double hold parry, and now Verse again with the parry onto Railgun. F gonna be invested for both of them, but Fong coming in with the backstab. My heart ends up being correct, and Fong ends up taking it. The veteran play, the